Hi, I'm David Angers, the chairman of Adam Audio in Berlin, Germany. I'm here with Andy from Sonicstate. We're here at the Namm show in Anaheim, California. And Andy asked me to talk a little bit about our new speakers so that those of you who are tuning in and looking at their website can see what we're up to in Berlin. Adam, as many of you know, has been in the studio monitor business for about the last 20 years. And our most iconic speaker, the one we're known the best for, is the A7X right here. This is our most popular product. Here in the US, that loudspeaker sells for $749 and is very popular. However, we're aware that there is a large body of potential customers who just can't quite reach to that budget and have asked us to do something that sounds like an Adam, but is farther down market. And that's what we're introducing here today, the T-Series. As you can see, there are two models in the T-Series, the T5 with a 5-inch woofer, the T7V with a 7-inch woofer. Both of them have the ART tweeter that Adam is famous for. In this case, we call it the UART. This tweeter gives very, very flat response, well beyond the range of human hearing, and very, very low distortion, and allows an engineer or audio professional to be listening for a long, long time without fatigue because of such low distortion. You'll also notice on the front that there's a waveguide on here. Actually, this waveguide, along with many of the other features in these speakers, were designed for our very high-end S-Series. It's a major engineering effort for the company that culminated in the product's introduction just about a year ago. The two-way 8-inch speaker in that series sells for about $1,750. They're much more expensive, but some of the features, like the design of this waveguide, are now incorporated here in the T-Series at much lower price points. We also have a new woofer, a new polypropylene woofer that in its class has the most extended bass response and again, very low distortion. Very, very flat response, new Class D amplifiers, a new DSP, digital signal processing front end for all the crossovers and EQ needs, and these speakers sell for a fraction of the price of their big brother. The T5V, excuse me, that I just showed you is $199 US. And the T7V with the larger woofer and slightly larger cabinet and more extended bass is $249, so about a third the price of the existing product.
For a pair?
These are per, not a pair. So in effect, for $400 US, for $500 US, or for $1,500 US, you can have Adam audio sound in a near-field two-way monitor. And so far the reaction we've had here has been very, very positive. It's not an A7X, don't misunderstand me. It's not as good as this speaker, but it still has the Adam sound and iconic low distortion of an Adam speaker and at a much more popular price.
So is it ported or is it sealed?
It's ported, the port is on the back.
So what was the thinking behind putting the port on the back rather than the front?
There are multiple issues here. One of them is that we're trying to make the cabinets relatively small because typically, in home studios in particular, space is at a premium. And so by putting the port on the back, we managed to save real estate on the front panel. If you look at the products and the price band of these speakers, you will see that almost all of them are rear ported. And as long as the speaker is more than about 16 inches away from the wall, there is no low-end liability to having the port on the back, and there's actually a benefit in the mid-range because it minimizes turbulence at the front baffle of the speaker. So we're able, again, to keep distortion down, frequency flat, and cabinet small by putting the port on the back, which we think is a really good idea.
One quick question. I can see the power switch is on the rear too. Can you remote power switch this and it's not going to give it a nice thump through the speaker?
All right. Number one, it doesn't make a thump when you turn it on. But number two, no, you can't. Remember, what we're doing here is taking legendary Adam sound and putting it into a price point that was unheard of for our company. So we always have to make some compromises and trade-offs in order to do that. So we did not put in certain things like front panel level controls and front panel power switches because they're more expensive. Typically, these speakers can simply stay on. They're very, very quiet and they aren't in use. Or you can reach around or plug them into a power strip and power them that way. On the back, you'll notice that there are two switches, HF and LF, high frequency and low frequency roll-off or boost switches, depending on where the speaker is placed. Of course, the room becomes part of the speaker. We're moving all this air around in the room. Room placement and room acoustics have a lot to do with the sound of the speaker. So there are three positions on both the high frequency and low frequency for tuning it. as well as the level control on the back to make sure that your gain staging for your whole system is dialed in properly. You'll also see two connectors back here. There's an XLR connector for a typical plus 4 dBu balanced input signal, as well as an RCA connector for an unbalanced minus 10 dBV signal, and a switch to select between the two. They give you exactly the same audio performance.